Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz, and I'd like to welcome you to a little game called Dordogne. What basically amounts to a narratively driven experience with gameplay that's actually pretty reminiscent of the early 2000s Flash games you'd play after school on Newgrounds, with a fantastic watercolor aesthetic. You got yourself a fairly short but relatively cute little adventure through the life of a young girl named Mimi. And, well, I enjoyed it, and I hope you will too. So, with that being said, let's get right into it.
Quel est votre premier souvenir? Le mien se passe quelques mois avant mon 13e anniversaire. Tout ce qui s'est passé avant a disparu. Disparu pour toujours. Je ne me souviens plus de rien.
Chapter 1. The House. Whew. Nothing like waking up from a bad dream in the backseat of your car at a sketchy as hell looking truck stop in the middle of nowhere, aka Europe. Man, things were dire in the year 2002. But luckily, Mimi here is equipped with only the highest grade, finest quality cell phone of her time here in her bag. Let's take a look, because we have a message from Fabrice. Where are you? Your mother is worried sick. Yeah, he would be texting us at all hours of the night. Well, you don't really have too many opportunities or choices, so yeah, we're not too far from the Dordogne. So let's go and say that. Here we go. Oh, that was pretty quick for a man of his age. What are you hoping to achieve? All right, that's a bit of a loaded question, Dad. But obviously we want to clear the house out. From Nora, who left her a box of memories. Yeah. Well, it seems as though we might have a bit of a strained relationship with our father, so let's try not to be super confrontational, especially as we're going through a pretty stressful time ourselves. Oh, Jesus, that was quick. Come home. Yeah, for whatever reason, he hated Nora, his mother. Sounds like toxic masculinity ruining party if you ask me. Well, it doesn't matter. The removals people are coming on Friday to get rid of all the junk. Can't change the past, and yeah, you're telling me. All right, yes, give yourself that pep talk. You can do it. We all have faith in you. Well, anyways, he's gonna keep blowing our phone up, and those things are like 10 cents a pop, so yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that for now. But Mimi's been going through it. She lost her job, hence why she's sleeping in her car, and her grandmother just died. But luckily, she got 2 nifty letters, so let's take a look at least one of them. Dear Fabrice, I'm writing to let you know that in accordance with your mother's will and your recent phone call, the Dordogne house will be emptied next week. This comes from an old friend of theirs by the name of Simone, who is a notary from Bordeaux. And she really wants this property to stay in the family, which, thank you for looking out for us. Yeah, Fabrice sounding a bit like a villain right now, but I think that's just all father figures, right? At least in the early 2000s. Okay, well, enough of that. It's time to get back on the road.
Chère Mimi, cette lettre risque de te surprendre. Ton père a décidé de couper les ponts avec moi, il y a 20 ans. Une décision que j'ai fini par comprendre, sans jamais l'accepter. Cette lettre, c'est pour te dire au revoir. Quand tu la liras, je ne serai plus là. Je t'ai laissé quelque chose dans ma maison. Une boîte à souvenirs et une lettre. J'espère que tu aimes toujours autant t'amuser et partir à l'aventure, comme lors de ta dernière visite en Dordogne. À jamais auprès de toi, Nora.
And so it begins. Smells like old dreams and childhood nostalgia. And it has been quite a while since the last time Mimi set foot over here, and unfortunately she is barred by a fence, which we can't do anything about. So as far as exploration is concerned, you're really limited. There's not a lot you can do in straying from the open path, especially as an adult. But as a child, you get a bit more agency to explore, such as this overlook here, which is absolutely gorgeous once we return to it in a, better state of time. But let's go and head over here, try to get this pesky gate open, which, oh, there's mail. Huh, she is so pouting right now. Ugh. Yeah, so there's the key clear down at the bottom, but we gotta go ahead and deal with all this other stuff first. So let's dust off the old Newgrounds techniques here. Oh my god, someone's lost their cat. That is so sad, but what an adorable picture. Also got some spam. Ugh, really good deal if you need a power saw. Hey, you never know. And then, of course, find yourself a letter. Luckily, we are in France, so, federal crimes don't apply here and we can open other people's mail. But the mayor, the deputy mayor, and everybody at the town council are sharing their condolences to Grandma Nora. Who was this person, and why was she so beloved? Huh. Alright, well, letterbox is loose, so I guess we can just go ahead and destroy this thing. There you go. Just wrench that off the wall there. Okay, so for whatever reason, we were lucky enough to have a screwdriver in the car, so we'll go ahead and rotate this out of the way. There we go. Easy as that. Yep. She looks so confident there. Alright, we'll do the same thing right over here. I don't think they'll mind. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there is actually quite a bit of jank to these controls, and I think if you're playing on the Switch, it's considerably worse for some reason. I don't know why, but just be wary if that's something that you're playing. You'll probably run into a few of those issues. But we've collected a key. Yes, we have now triumphed over this wooden fence when all we had to do was lift this thing. Hooray! We did it! Alright, to the house. We could take like a brief look around too, just kind of see like the little garden here. Vegetables. This used to be a shed, but it was destroyed by something in a state of disrepair. And yeah, there's a damp cave next to our house. I'm sure there probably won't be any secrets in there. There's also, some odd things. Memories are starting to come back. Okay, before we go inside, there's actually a couple of things over here as well. She used that swing at some point, or at least she thinks she has. We've also got this interesting little glade over here, a path behind the bushes. But that is mostly it for this little section here. Most of your collectibles are going to come as a child, so you don't have to explore too much around these parts, but don't let that fool you because there are still things that Madame Mimi will be able to do. What's kind of funny is you can actually drop the key, so try not to do that. We're not that klutzy. We don't need to be destroying everything now, do we? Fancy European homes and whatnot. They work a bit different up there. So it's very dark, and you might be inclined to immediately go for the candle. Don't do that just yet. You can't explore anywhere without a light, obviously, but should you step into the dining room and the kitchen, you'll snag yourself a snazzy little Chivo. Black is indeed the happiest of colors, mostly because it engulfs the rest of them. All right. Well, very triumphant pose. We'll go ahead and light it up. Grab one of those. And you have to do it in a very specific way where the frame rate slows down for some reason. There we have it. Keep, check, light check. Now to find the box. Although, before we do that, there's one last order of business, and that is this pen. Huh. Yeah, very suspicious looking. Well, were we to try to remove the cap, I think we might find something rather interesting inside. Because on the inside of it, there is none other than the world's slowest reveal of a note. So let's take it out. Let's see what it says. Do you remember this pen? I knew you would find it right away. Yours truly, Nora.
Et il faut qu'elle se brosse les dents. Elle tente toujours d'y échapper.
Fabrice, j'ai déjà élevé un enfant. Je suis contente qu'elle soit avec moi. Nous allons bien nous amuser toutes les deux.
C'était avant notre déménagement aux États-Unis. 1982, je crois.
On doit y aller. Mimi? Mimi?
Oui.
Viens dire au revoir.
Oh boy, yep, it is time to spend the summer with Grandma, and we are not happy about it. Being almost 13 years old in the early 80s, not a fun time for a child to have. And I can say that speaking from experience. So now begins our odyssey of collecting stickers. There are a ton of collectibles that are so easy to miss over the course of the game, and not a big fan of having to replay through chapters to get them all, but luckily they do stay fairly collected. So if we go and take a look over here, we can deduce that Grandpa's unfortunately passed away, and this was kind of his area to share with old Nora. There's that damp cave and this table where, you know, Grandma and Grandpa used to do crosswords. So overall, kind of a sad state of affairs, but let's go ahead and snag this one right over here. Obviously, as a child, you also have a lot more agency to explore and grab things, but a very one-dimensional track of thinking here. Why couldn't I have stayed at home? Very unfun. Oh. Over here, the path is not overrun with bushes, so we can actually kind of explore, see what's along this path here. So let's see. If we go down this way, yeah, we're gonna go and explore. Grandma was afraid she would drown. All right. That's kind of scary. We'll come back here as an adult, but for the time being, you want to make sure you go and snag this little sticker here. There we go. These will play like kind of a small element to something you can do at the end of chapters, but they are by no means required. That's cute. That would be Sarah and I's little idea, but probably the reverse, I think. All right. With that having been said and done, let's step inside and explore the house. It's going to be a long summer indeed, especially because I got to keep picking these stickers up off the floor. Jeez. All right. A couple of buttons there. We've also got another sticker there too. All right. Greetings from Mexico. Yes, Viva la Mexico. I love that cat poster, just black. It's just like, is that handmade? Over here we have, I guess, some records, or maybe they're books or something. These can be a little glitchy, so make sure you grab them carefully, because if you do like something weird and like let it go too soon, the game will get angry at you. But there's nothing here at the moment. Just remember that that is something you can take a look at. But let's go and take a look in the kitchen. See what's in here. I'm a little hungry. I could go for a snack or two. I don't know where Nora went, but she usually does like to spend a lot of her time in here. We head into the pantry, and this room is just so confusing. There's just so much to do in here. Yeah, make sure none of those massive pots fall on my head. I'm kind of paranoid about that kind of thing. It's just like a cosmic event is all it will take for me to get bonked by, you know, kitchenware. Over here we have more stickers. Nice. What is that even? It's like obviously a duck, but at the end of what? And this is cozy. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to have a little house like this in the countryside. Yeah. She's complaining about Dordogne. She wants to go back to Paris. Huh. We've got a ton of pictures on the wall. Just like this place looks so lived in, and it's just so cozy. You still have like the hat hanging up on the thing here. I don't know, man. We also have more pictures here. Boring. Yeah, I know. It's okay, Mimi. You'll come to appreciate this when you're older, I promise. If we head up here, there is Mimi's grandma's room, and it's no business for us in there. But we get into the bathroom, and this is kind of a cool space. I mean, look at this. You have a massive, well, soon to be massive tree just right there next to the bath. But something you want to make sure you do on each of the 7 days that you're playing as Child Mimi, relieve yourself. Go to the bathroom, fade to white, do whatever you have to feel better about yourself, because that will also get you an achievement. And it's kind of a bummer to miss one on a random day just because you decided, you know, not to go and check it out. We have a very private room over here, so private that she had to put like a sign on it that says so. And this is Mimi's room. Nora, are you okay? All right, so we'll eat when I'm done packing. Let's take a look at what we have in our suitcase here. So once again, we're gonna need to unlatch and open. Do this as slowly as possible. There we go. Okay, so top drawer. Usually you'd probably want to put like undies and socks and stuff like that, but in this case we have dialogue that changes depending on whatever words you want to, you know, stick with yourself for the end of certain chapters. So just whatever sounds more interesting to you, go ahead and pick, because there's not really any wrong answers. Yeah, we have dad over here, tiring. Sure, we'll do that. Yeah, I know. But there we go. Nice and set. Let's go and pull out the middle drawer. Welcome to my walkthrough of Unpacking. It's a fantastic little indie title on Game Pass, and hope you guys are enjoying the series. We'll go and stick all these in there. Should probably also put these here too. Oh no, wait a minute. That's all that can fit in there. All right, good to know. But moving away. Yeah, I get it. Go push that in there. And Mom actually left something in the suitcase. And this is a map.
Yes.
So, I love the little yes. It reminds me of a Pokemon Snap. All right, so we have a couple places that we're eventually gonna go visit and explore, but again, this game is really straightforward, so you're not really gonna be diverging off the trail anytime soon. with that, it's time to reach Grandma in the kitchen. I don't think there's much else for us to do, but God, I would love to have like a window like that. Just think of all the bugs though, you know? We're near a river and a lot of landscape. I just feel like there's gonna be an orchestra of bugs in my bed every night, so maybe we'll leave that shut. Over here she's, man, washing dishes with the intensity of an anime fangirl. Grandma Nora, are you okay? It's okay. You don't need to clean these dishes constantly. Okay, well, it's a little too late to go play outside, but we can go and draw in the living room. That sounds nice. Let's do it. But I'm not a big fan of drawing. Or is she? Yeah, so, oh, and also homework, so there goes Grandma Nora trying to be, I don't know, a responsible adult. I'm not gonna do any freaking homework. Who gives me homework over the summer, you know? Well, there is this lovely notebook here. This looks old and worn and very important, so naturally we're gonna go and scribble all over it. All right, I'm not even 7 anymore. What should I draw? Well, let's go and take this and we can draw. Oh my God, how does she know what I look like? Look at this, 10 years before I was born and here I am in the flesh. That is if my hair wasn't so long. This actually looks exactly like a picture I had drawn of myself once when I was like 13 or something, because that's exactly what I looked like. Just glasses and shaggy hair. All right, and we'll go and draw Mom too. They can hold hands just for funsies, just to give the illusion that they love each other. Here we go. Beautiful. Wonderful boots there, and perfect. Have I finished? Yes. Yes, I have.
Mais qu'est-ce que t'as fait? Il faut pas dessiner là-dessus.
On aurait dit un vieux truc et...
Bien sûr que c'est vieux. Je l'avais avant la naissance de ton père.
Je pensais que... Mais...
All right. Well, let's do it. We've got our to-do list and write everything we need to remember here. So let's add the map, and that way we can't get lost. Nice. So this is where it shows all of your collected stickers, and if you missed one, it would be grayed out and you would have to go back and do the chapter replay, but otherwise they stay with you for a pretty long time, so all your memories will be here. And yeah, we'll put some stuff in here over the holiday. Sounds fantastic. All right. So yeah, not really a lot to look at here, but eventually it will be expanded upon, and it's actually kind of cool, especially with some of these words that you choose to have in your dialect. I'm not going to spoil it, but we'll find out very soon what each of these will mean. But thank you, Grandma Nora. That's so nice of you. Chapter 2, The River. That was quite illuminating, if I do say so myself, but the binder, we remember now. Maybe it's in the box? Candle won't last forever, except it will. So, oh, and we got a text. Are you at the house? Let me know as soon as you arrive. Listen, Fabrice, it's none of your damn business, but it is a little freaky. Nice. All right, well, thank you for that. I should mention, if you try to just look at your messages on your phone, you can't really do much other than see what you've already read, as well as your current objectives. So, before we actually put any light in this house, we're gonna take a bit of a look around, especially through here. Looks as though Grandma Nora expanded on her collection a little bit. Van life experience, could probably use some of that. But there is a hidden letter back here. Dear Nora, I'm sincerely sorry to hear the news about your health. There's, I believe, some solace to be found in knowing how long you have left. So this is from that same Simone Langlois Yao, the notary from Bordeaux. But she seems nice. I would be friends with her. And you can review your letters here if you really want to as well. So not really any need to do that at the moment. So let's step into the kitchen and let's go ahead and, there we go, walk into it a little bit for good measure. Nice.
Okay.
So not a lot has changed, but I think a bit more will have once we get to look around a bit more. Yeah. So funny enough, you actually do find a letter on this fridge, which is why you can interact with it, but it's really weird that it's not there now, which lends credence to the point that this house might be a little haunted. And this room is still a mystery. I had never figured out how pantries worked. And, you know, it's the early 2000s. It's too late to ask now. So let's go step in here and get these damn blinds open. But look at this place. God. It's incredible. I mean, I would sleep here, preferably with the blinds shut, but let's see. You keep saying removals, people. Someone needs to tell Pops about this, I think. Well, I want to explore, so doesn't matter. But seeing everything just kind of desaturated, it just, I don't know. It invokes sadness in me, I do have to say. Because this area is so vibrant when you're a child, but now it's just like, nah. Just turn the vibrancy down just a skosh, you know? Well, let's go run upstairs. Oh, man. How do I still have reception out here? Don't touch anything. I want to do it. Mimi going the chaotic route, I think. All right, well, we can step into the restroom, but this does not count towards your, you know, your weekly dumps. And look at this. Look at how massive this tree actually got this time. She must have been growing that for a minute. More books in the toilet. I knew it. But eventually we'll be exploring a bit more of this room later in a fairly comedic fashion. And as you would have guessed, this is Nora's room. Yeah, this is a bit of a sad state of affairs. So we'll only search her boudoir if we really have to. But luckily, it's probably not in there, right? I don't think there's any reason for it to be. If you want to, you could also maybe take a look at the room over here on the left and notice there's a key just right there on the door frame, but it's locked. Darn. If only there was something we could do about that. But let's step inside. And I think this is probably a good place to end things off. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz, and as a storm becomes a brewing, we'll go ahead and open these windows and get some fresh air flowing through the house, because next time in Dordogne, we're going on an adventure. Thank you so much for joining me here, and I'll see you next time to continue the adventure. Take care.